So have you ever felt like the world stopped spinning after a loss? Whether it's a loss of a relationship or someone that passed. Let's explore what grief is. So welcome everyone to the Joy Without Justification podcast. We are your one-stop spot for finding peace, purpose, and presence. No explanation is needed. I'm your host, Denny.
And I'm Dan. And today we're diving into a universal experience, and that is grief.
Exactly. Like I said there in the beginning, grief isn't just the loss of somebody that passed.
Right.
You can lose somebody and grieve out of a relationship. You
Absolutely.
can lose somebody and grieve a pet.
Absolutely.
A pet. I mean, for a lot of people, those animals are your family.
Yeah. We
And
just lost a dog.
loss
We know.
can bring grief. So let's look at what and understand a little bit about what grief really is. It is a loss that can come in many forms.
Yeah.
We've already looked at that part. There's the death of a loved one. There's the end of a relationship. There's the loss of a job. People grieve sometimes over that.
Sure.
And, I mean, somebody that's been targeted, take it from me. I know that feeling when you've been removed from a job, whether because the director didn't like the way maybe you lived your life. That has happened.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody you worked with just didn't like the way you were sort of outshining them, so they said something that you maybe did just so you were gotten rid of.
Yeah.
That is a loss.
Sure it is.
And it can cause people to really look hard at their life as to, well, now what am I going to do?
You're right. Right.
And, you know, even the loss of a dream. Sometimes when you set your heart on something and then it just doesn't happen,
Yeah.
whether it's because of the way life is or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, that can cause people to grieve when their dreams are just taken away.
Sure. I've been there. Yep. Absolutely. And grief can come on, in different ways. You know, there's physically, there's emotionally, there's mentally. You can experience fatigue, crying spells, changes in appetite, difficulty concentrating. I mean, there are so many ways that it hits you.
And I did. We were talking before we started recording this, and about a lot of the things we've gone through. We both have lost our parents, and it's one thing when you cry over the loss of a family member.
Yeah.
But like how you had brought up how my first partner left me for someone else. Yeah, that was hard.
Sure.
That was hard and it was difficult. My family was very supportive. A few friends came to my side and, made sure I was okay.
Yeah.
But like you also said, it's a whole different thing were I straight.
Oh, yeah.
And had that happen.
Sure.
Because then you've got people that are constantly checking on you. People don't know how to deal with this happening in a gay relationship.
Well, they don't realize you just need the same.
And that's
the
it.
same
That's
affection.
You need to be treated
concern.
the same.
Yep.
You're still a person. You should treat, I don't care whether they're gay, straight, black, white, yellow, green, gray. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
People just need to be treated like people when they're going through a problem like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But we have placed, we have made different people be different categories in the way we view them, if that makes sense. I mean, so that's why they don't know how.
No, but that's even in anything. So one other thing to understand, though, is not everybody grieves the same. There's no right way or wrong way to grieve. Some people can experience intense waves of sadness. I know there for a while after my first partner left. Yeah, I had my crying moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say I probably more so after my grandmother came over and checked on me.
Yeah.
And I was fine while she was there. But the minute she left, I went back home. I had that house to myself.
Mm.
It was hard.
Sure.
It was difficult. So yeah, some people can experience even those waves of sadness, and it just sometimes doesn't hit you until you really come to realize that you're alone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there are others who become withdrawn.
Oh yeah.
Even, or just makes them numb. Some people don't even have any moments of sadness and all that, and they just totally become numb to everything.
Well, yeah, I think they have sadness. I think it's either the way they were raised, or for some reason they have to put on this pillar of strength.
They've repressed. Is that the right word?
It could
They've repressed it enough to where it's like, yeah, I know it's there, but you know what? Nobody is going to do this to me ever again, and to hell with the rest of the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Well, I tell you, it is a journey. Grief has no timeline at all. There's no, you have to do this for 2 weeks, then this for a month, and then it's over. I mean, it begins as it begins, and it ends when you're ready. And it's a unique experience to each individual and to the unique circumstance. So there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days, there's going to be periods of intense sadness, and there's moments of joy. But do not ever let anybody tell you how to grieve.
Nope. Or when to stop. Or when to stop.
Well, I had that. So, my first husband died. He didn't leave. He was actually murdered. And that was a whole different set of circumstances. So I didn't get to grieve. I was one of these people that just had to just pick up my pieces and go, because nobody really cared around here. Nobody cared. I didn't have any family that really liked me, so I had nobody. But beyond that, just don't ever let anybody tell you, they've been gone a year, they've been gone 2 years. It's unless you're in some weird, like you fell into some weird depression and it's been, too long. But there's no timeline on grief. You don't owe an apology to anyone around you. You grieve until you're done grieving.
Well, and that's the other thing I had a problem with when I worked in hospice. The chaplain and the social worker are only allowed to work with the family of a patient that has passed in dealing with grief for a year.
Yeah.
After that year, then what? There's one person that I know of whose mother I took care of, and that person still grieves.
Well, sure, you never stop grieving
through that loss. I mean, no, even to this day, they are still just like posting like it happened yesterday.
Well, I think with hospice, it's not. They're to give them the tools to cope. this, and they're to allow them to, give them the mechanics, if you will. We have so many people pass away, you just really can't keep everybody in a program. I know that sounds heartless, but you just really can't. But
we're going to get back to this topic, and before we go any further, please, if you are dealing with grief or have dealt with grief, please let us know in an email as to, how are you dealing with it? How did you deal with it? You can email us at joywithoutjustification@gmail.com. But now back to that journey segment, Dan. We do need to allow ourselves time to start feeling our emotions and everything in this, and time to cry, scream, rage, whatever.
Yeah.
And bottling those emotions up, though, that's not good.
No.
That's not a good thing.
No.
And it can really cause you a lot of health problems with that.
Right. So I think the important thing is to make sure that you seek support. Talk to your friends, family, pastor, therapist, grief support group. What's nice about today's world is there's so much stuff online too. There's grief support systems online. So sharing your experience with others who understand can be helpful. And there's so many different ways to be able to reach out.
Yeah. Yeah. There is a lot of resources. I mean, you see even television commercials for that one where you can talk to a counselor one-on-one, even. But is there a goal to ease the path of living with a loss? Or forget about loved ones? Or maybe not forget about them being the right word, but to be able to get on past that. Is there a way to reach a goal?
Well, I think so. Create rituals. This could be something or anything that keeps your loved one's memory alive, like visiting their grave, planting a memorial tree, sharing stories with others. Practice self-care. Take care of your physical and mental health. Eat healthy. Get enough sleep. Engage in activities you enjoy. And find healthy ways to cope. Journaling, meditation, spending time in nature, creative expression can be helpful. And remember, you are not alone.
So, before we close out here, Dan, what are we looking at discussing in the next episode?
So next week, please tune in. There will be we will be discussing: is there ever a time when you will feel complete?
God, that's a question I've asked like how many times since we've been together. Anywho, on that note, everyone, we want to thank you for joining us. And until the next time, remember, grief is a part of life. And by allowing ourselves to feel, to seek support, and to practice self-care, we can learn to live with it and honor the memories of those we love. Peace out.